How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about GGPI. Ended up posting up a green day on the Friday, but I'm getting a lot of questions, Dre. What are your price targets? I'm watching a lot of other channels and it's actually double or triple the current price of where it's at. So I'm like, you know what? Let's do a video. We'll talk about it further. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder, you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the recent short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know the buying and the selling behavior on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for GGPI. Let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $11.18, being up 2.38%. On the low, it tested $10.86, and then on the high, testing $11.40. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 2.276 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 2.094 million shares. So we ended up having above average volume on the day. It's part of the reasons why we saw some strength in the stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, it is at 53.90. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here on the chart, we are below the 100-day, but we are above the 200-day, as well as the 21-day EMA, and as well as for the 50-day. And as you can see that 21-day EMA crossing above that 50-day, I'm looking forward to seeing this trend continue in regards to price action until we hit resistance here at $11.50. The 100 days at $11.48. And I feel if we can break past this $11.50 level, it can get interesting and we can see a move going all the way to $11.66. We did see a high of $11.40, so that's why I'm saying if there's strength inside of the market, no reason why we shouldn't be able to break out at $11.50. If we end up having a pullback, since we have been seeing a lot of strength as of late, then I want to see us hold up support at least at this $11 level or being right above that 50-day at $10.99. Not far off whatsoever. But you can see as far as from this bullish trend, we've been able to form higher lows for the past 4 trading days. Plus, if we continue to trade within this tight range in regards to 1120 and as well as for 1070, then I think that's a good look, because if you guys remember with DWAC stock, we had a similar consolidation period like this and then we ended up getting a breakout. So let's see how the stock performs for this coming week. So we're going to take a look at the short interest information for GGPI. So for the off exchange short volume ratio, it's at 58.15%, and then for the off exchange short volume, it is at 779,604 shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 1.2 million, updated 26 minutes ago. And then for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 2.19%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of the 17th, it was at 48.66. And then for the close of the 18th, so the Friday that just passed, being at 58.15. So one thing that is clear, GGPI does continue to have short squeeze potential. Now let's move on to the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for GGPI. So we see on the inflow, it is at 4.81, and then on the outflow, it's at 4.89. So we had an outflow day. Taking a look at the breakdown on the large, we had 0. On the medium, we had 3.84, and then on the small, we had 0.97. Taking a look at the outflow side, you can see on the large, it was 0. On the medium, it was 3.58, and then on the small, it was 1.31. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for the past 2 trading days, they've all been 0. And then we could see for the 16th, that's where we had an outflow day just over 213,000. So you can see not many large scale orders whatsoever. When we take a look at the small scale orders that tends to represent the retail side, we had more selling than we had buying. And then when we take a look at what happened on the medium, we had more buying than we had selling. And then when we take a look at the large, represents whales, institutions, and funds, ones, that's where we had 0 on both sides. And then when we take a look at the turnover ratio, it was at 2.28%. Not too bad. It's a normal range for GGPI. Like I've been saying in a lot of my videos, I love adding to my position when the stock is trading under $11. I feel this gives you the best risk to reward ratio since it is a SPAC and the floor price is at 10. So let's go into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for GGPI in regards to the price action, what I want to see for this week, I want to look for that breakout right at $11.63. We have price action above this level, then I want to see a move going to $12. As far as resistance is concerned for the short term, it's right around 1150. So getting past 1150, going to 1163, we make that move to 12. There is a potential chance we could have some profit taking for this week. It has made higher lows for the past 4 trading days. We've been seeing a lot of strength inside of the market. So if we do end up having a pullback, I would love to see the stock hold up $11. But we know it has been consolidating and trading in a very tight range. We could see it pulling back all the way to $10.70. And that's where I like to add when it is below $11. So add this to your homework and as well as your due diligence. And as far as for the potential dates of when this pullback or profit taking will happen, I'm looking for it to happen whether it might be on Monday or Tuesday. Also, when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, it does continue to have short squeeze potential, and we have been seeing an increase in the short volume as well. So this is going to contribute to volatility, but do know if we have more buying and more volume coming into this stock, that's where it can move fairly quickly. Right now, it doesn't really trade at high volumes. This opens it up for more manipulation. And as far as for the price targets are concerned, if you don't know my strategy already, which I've talked about before, and I know many YouTubers are saying, well, you know what, it's going to be going to 30, 40, and so on, blah, 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 blah. You guys know I am not naive, and I'm going to give you an unbiased approach. So what I'm looking for as far as for the price, I want to see it get to at least around $13 to $14. Am I going to be selling at these levels? No. But what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be moving up my stop loss. So if this stock wants to go to $20, I will move my stop loss even further. I am not going to just sit down and wait and hold. That is not my strategy that I have for this particular play, especially as we get closer to the business combination. We know as soon as when that combination does occur, stocks tend to pull back quite a bit, and I'm not trying to ride the elevator. But if it wants to move up, I'll just move up my stop loss, and then I'll make sure I will lock in my profits. I did not start this channel to sell you guys hopes and dreams. You're not going to see titles where like, you know what, this stock is going to be going to 50 to 40. I don't need to draw on views like that. I just want to share my point of view, my opinions, how my strategies work, and how I keep things realistic. So if you're drawn to channels like that throw out these wild price targets in order to get you to click and watch their videos, I would just say, yeah, it's okay to watch it, but do your own homework and do your due diligence. Because if you end up going into the play expecting this high price target and it doesn't happen and then you end up turning red, the only person you need to blame is yourself. I just want to make sure I'm keeping it real with you guys. So that's why I'm always emphasizing knowing what your entry is going to be as well as your exit and using the right risk management and utilizing that stop loss. Because the best part about the stop loss, even if the stock does continue to move up, you can move your stop loss along with it and lock in those profits so you're not riding the elevator. I know I sound like a broken record, but I want to make sure as far as trading strategies are concerned, especially for 2022, you want to have great habits and you do not want to be caught trading with emotion. So I hope you enjoyed this video and let's see how the stock performs for this coming week. We'll talk soon.